What do they call women like you? Women who have dreams of going to the moon and hopes of taking over the whole world. Women who make no space for love, not in their hearts or in their womb. You would knock 1,000 times and I tell you there's no room. My grandmother told me that in our village, women will carry entire homes on their backs. They were the mamas of the place, so I bowed when I met them. The earth's place shifted as they stepped. They wore their truth wild and unkept. Women that could not be contained. Roses that refused to remain in concrete. My mother taught me that falling in love should never be my only mission, and that weak men will fall away at my ambition. She told me to not play damsel, I am not in distress, and to not say I desperately need you to clean up my mess, or to help me breathe. My inhales will be as rhythmic, with or without a man, and I cannot play weak. I created an extra shelter around me, and I wore this armor even to sleep. It became hard to distinguish myself from the armor. I ran away from the people I loved and built a home in a foreign land. Now I found myself without happiness, peace, or love, but at least I found myself. I heard men kill women they cannot contain. Women who grow outside of boxes and are too wild to tame. But I'd rather bloom with both roses and thorns and obscure lines between insanity and sane. I waited by the ocean and watched the wind draw lines on the waves. I felt the breeze hug my eyes. It pushed back the tears from falling. A part of me willed someone to find me, to come from behind and grab my shoulder, to turn me around and whisper that everything is going to be alright. I waited for hours and no hand was felt on my shoulder. I realized I must be my own savior. Nobody saves you in this life. And Cupid does not drop off any instructions, just arrows and then broken ones. My love unfolds like a poem, hidden in metaphors and riddles, unspoken and unclear lines left for you to deduce meaning from my silence, to devour feeling from closed eyes. My love will envelope you whilst the moon is out, casting shadows where streetlights are dim. It will kiss every insecurity and iron out any doubt. But in the morning, after the sin, I'll take my love back and leave with the sun. I think you'll only understand me on levels you can see and touch, and not levels you can feel. Sometimes I only operate in that realm. So how would you find me? We have no real examples, so we love how we want, as freely as the ocean does. I'm convinced that waves find it easier to withdraw itself than it does to kiss the seabed. Yet you came to love me when the world was ending. You love me in familiar ways, ways that my bones are used to. You make me feel infinite. You suspend reality in the moment, and only on my exhale am I reminded that gravity exists. Only when I am away from you do I remember that young, beating hearts can stop. This love must have been bound in realms before us, before we bent the backs of our mothers and tore through their heavenly gateway. What magic is this? I know that new sources of love do not replace foundations that already sustain me, and that I cannot become a shadow of myself or just an echo, as I still belong deeply to myself.